let's go quickly about what's going on now. Now we are seeing a big escalation in the Middle East, and we were just,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talking about it. So I wanted to do this program all about, the past, to understand how did we got from zero to here, but we have to talk about what is going on now in the Middle East. So we had these assassinations. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, Israel is likely to use nuclear weapons in Lebanon and or Iran. I was not present at this discussion yesterday, but a friend of mine was. I know the people who were involved with the discussion. At least two of those people are in contact with senior Israeli officials. And we're not talking, some lower level person. We're talking very senior decision makers. They have convinced themselves that they must use nuclear weapons against destroy Hezbollah and to destroy Iran. They're going to do it. They are most likely, everyone right now waiting for Iran to retaliate for Israel's attack and murder of Ismail, the head of the Politburo in Hamas 2 weeks ago now, and they're waiting for Israel to do it, but waiting for Iran to do it. But Israel now has convinced itself it must launch a preemptive strike. It sounds crazy, but what was interesting is these and the people who were describing this, they're U.S. citizens, they're Jewish, they're Zionists, and they've convinced themselves that Israel can do this and will prevail, will win. I mean, it's craziness. So what we're dealing with right now is a level of insanity on the part of the Zionists. Iran, for its part, has actually been acting pretty rational. The first thing they did, they went before the UN Security Council and laid out a plea, said, hey, you've got this international rules-based order. This attack, this assassination that was done is a violation of that rule. So enforce the rules. But you don't. You constantly refuse to punish Israel for violating these laws. And so either you enforce the rules or we're going to act in our own defense according to Article 51 of the United Nations Charter. Basically, it's your call. That's what the Iranian ambassador to the UN said.
And the UN, of course, did nothing.
Nothing. So now Iran is reportedly trying to get a meeting of the Organization of Islamic States together to again get basically their endorsement. So it's trying to follow the law, and it's planning. While it's not planning a massive attempt to try to destroy Israel, it's going to be, it'll be a bit tit for tat. They're going to try to kill some prominent Israeli politicians or military leaders. They're not going to see if they can cause mass civilian casualties. So the irony is Iran really is trying to retain the moral high ground in this. And it's Israel's claiming that they are the ones who are being violated when, in fact, other than the United States, the only country in the world today that's bombed 4 other countries without reason, they come up with an excuse, but they've literally carried out military strikes for other countries, and they think it's okay. It's justified because we're Israel. We're special. Just like the United States. Well, we're beacon democracy. That's why we can attack Syria and we can attack Iraq and we can attack Afghanistan and Somalia and run Panama and Grenada. And, we just go on and on and on.
Well, at least you won in Grenada.
We're out of control too. Yeah. Sort of. Ridiculous. So this is what's going on right now. They're in April, the last time that Iran carried.
Oops. I think I lost your sound. Okay. Yeah.
You still there?
Now I hear you. Yeah, back.
Back?
Sorry.
Okay. Iran was convinced to pull its punches, to do basically a demonstration, which is what they did. But then it was touted by Israel and the West. Oh, we kicked that Iranian ass around. Boy, that showed them. Iran, they've gone back. The West has gone back to the same playbook this time, trying to convince Iran not to do it. Stay, keep your powder dry. Don't overreact. And what I'm going to say is crude, but it really, I think, expresses the Iranian action. They basically told the West, "Go f yourself. We're tired. No, we're tired of your promises. We're tired of being bamboozled by you. We're going to defend ourselves. This has got to stop."
Yeah.
And Iran's consulting with China, consulting with Russia. Russia's providing. I don't know this firsthand, but based upon the fact that Iran has conducted joint military exercises with the Russians and Chinese over the last 5 years, the fact that they've reportedly signed a defense agreement of some sort, I would not be surprised to see that air defense systems, electronic warfare systems, and perhaps even some hypersonic missiles are being supplied to Iran, and that the Russians probably counseling, okay, you retaliate, make sure you focus it maybe upon one military base, take out that military base, just to tell Israel. And then if Israel retaliates and comes back with something stronger, then you can use as more advanced systems. It could be something simple like that. But this is damn dangerous. And the chances that this could spin out of control are significant.
Yeah, I was, if I'm not mistaken, it was even you in Daniel Davis, or it was Alexander Mercury. There's so many people that I follow that I'm sometimes get confused, talking exactly about the look back of information. And so
the feedback loop.
Yeah, the feedback loop. And so Iran did this strike some time ago. We even talk about it, the Ola missile. And then they showed this, it was a couple of missiles. We destroyed them all. All this, the same thing as Ukraine and all that. And they start not believing. They start believing themselves, because one say that and say, "Oh, we spin like that," and then they spin like that, and then comes back, "Oh, see, look." They open the Times magazine and says, "Look, we are so good. Iran it's a weak country, so we can go and do more." And at some point, as you mentioned, yes, Iran has lost its patience. Now, it was interesting because, yes, you mentioned this preemptive strike, so Israel came out with this preemptive strike before the retaliation.
Yeah.
And just today, the Times of Israel published a news that Israel was convincing Iran that the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh was not a missile or a projectile; it was a bomb. We had some assets, so it sounded to me like chicken out. So they come out with this thing of preemptive strike, and now they say, yeah, we're trying to convince them we didn't do that bad, so perhaps they will not retaliate that bad, and perhaps we won't need this preemptive strike. Then I called you, and
Yeah.
you told me this nuke story, and it's confusing now to understand what's going on for real.
Yeah, no, it's Israel has not seen anybody. In fact, I think I think there's circumstantial evidence that they pre-coordinated with the United States what they were going to do, because that explains in part this massive movement of naval forces to the region.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't just start in reaction to the assassination of Hania.
This was prepared.
It really, I think, yeah, it was prepared in advance.
It's not like you get your car, you turn the key, and you just go. You have to prepare all the operation of taking the ships, supplying the ships, all that. But
right.
I think you mentioned that this could be a mission to remove people. What was it called? To not save, rescue, like a rescue mission. Just since we have all these airline problems.
So, yeah, no, some of the contingent of Marines that are on the WASP group, it's called, I believe. They are there specifically to conduct what they call a non-combatant evacuation operation, so that to take people off via ship if they can't get out via airplane. But all of that presupposes that there's going to be such a massive strike on Beirut and on Lebanon that there'll be a need to evacuate. So yeah, the United States has some idea of what's coming, and it's not pretty.